my peeps, y'all gotta stop hating for real, for real. Stop hating on yourself. Stop hating on other people. Stop hating on life. Stop hating your life. Stop hating. Just stop hating, to be honest. Y'all have to stop being so negative. Hating is being negative, and hating is ugly. Y'all want to be ugly? I'm pretty sure y'all don't want to be ugly. So stop fucking hating. Start loving. Start loving yourself. Loving other people. Just like, there's no reason to hate. You know what I'm saying? Don't bring the hate over here. Don't bring hate towards me. There's only positivity here, only love, only peace. Well, first of all, let me say, what's up, my peeps? I hope you guys are feeling great. I hope you guys are feeling awesome. I hope you guys are feeling positive. And I hope you guys, by the end of this video, stop fucking hating. All right? Thank you for tuning back into the good vibes, to Let's Talks Vibes. I'm going to talk to you guys about hate. I'm going to explain a little bit of how you can stop hating while you should. How hating is just negative, brings you nothing good. Because I was really thinking about this the other day. There was this video I came across, and there was this woman talking about how she hated something specific about men. I cannot remember exactly what she hated, because it just then really got me thinking into hate, into how we get to that point where we hate something. Because hate is a very, very strong word. I don't like to say that I hate something because it's just so strong. Because now I really don't hate anything. There are things I dislike. And you're always going through new things, new experiences, meeting new people where you might not like something about them. You know, you might not like this experience, this and that. So there are things you don't like, and that's fine. You can dislike stuff, but hate's a very strong word. This woman says she hated something about men. And it got me thinking of how she got to the point of that. And then I started thinking about me and just hate in general. Dude, it really be things like this that get me thinking into a deeper level, you know, because I didn't then start thinking about what she hates about men. Like, I could care less about what she hates about men, but just about how she got to that point, the deeper side of that, you know, how I feel about it and just where I come from with that. You know, I didn't relate to it, but it was just that hate part that I did kind of relate to, and that I understood. I see where she's coming from, but now it's like, okay, well, let's stop hating and start healing and start getting to the root cause and start fixing that. And what I started thinking about was how people get to the point of hate. Because she says she hated something about men. So she must have encountered with a lot of men with that specific characteristic. I cannot remember what she said she hated. But let's say it was a characteristic, something about men. She must have been with a lot of men that have that characteristic, with a lot of similar men. And maybe she probably still is, because she said that she hates that. Well, if you hate it, if you dislike something about someone, it just gets to that hate point where you're allowing yourself to go through that. And you just say, oh, I hate this, I hate that. And you think it's just like, oh, I hate this. But hate is a very strong word. I think it's such a strong word. And it's very negative. I don't want to hate something because I don't want to receive hate back. You know, I don't want to have any type of that feeling inside of me, because hate just grows and grows, and I don't want that. I don't want nothing to do with hate. Even if you're just playing around or whatever, you think you're joking. Joking is, no, like, you're not fucking joking. You fucking hate it, you know? So stop doing things that you hate, that you dislike. Stop being with people that you're saying you hate something about them. You don't want to get to that point of hate, because I've been there where I hated something about people, or I hated these type of people. But that's because I was allowing myself to keep involving myself with those types of people. If you hate something about someone or something, don't let that inside of your life. From the beginning, you don't like it, you're not going to allow it. It's like disrespect. If you allow disrespect once, you're just going to keep allowing it. If you hate disrespectful people, if you're surrounded by disrespectful people, you're used to it. If you grew up with disrespectful people, you don't know nothing else but disrespect. And you feel like you're not worthy of something better. So you just keep allowing that and allowing that. And it gets to the point where you say, I hate disrespectful people. I hate these certain type of people. You don't want to hate that. Don't hate yourself. Don't hate them. But in order to let that resentment go and let that hate go, you have to grow out of that environment. You have to take yourself out of that environment, and you are worthy of better. You are worthy of love, and you are worthy of respect, because you're just repeating the cycle. And that's where the hate comes in, where you're like, I hate disrespectful people. I hate it. Okay, well then do something about it. Hateful is a very strong word, and you're just going to build resentment towards yourself for allowing yourself to go through that. But towards that people, you don't want to hate that people either. You don't want to hate people if they do something to you, because nothing good comes out of that. So you just want to cut those people off. Like, going back to that video that I saw of that woman saying that she hated something about men. At first, I then started thinking about stuff like that, like how women say, I hate cheaters. Well, hunty, that's because you keep getting involved with cheaters. Like, you don't want to get to that point of hating those people either. You don't want to hate them. And you don't want to hate yourself either, but you're allowing yourself to go through that. You are the one putting yourself in those situations. Stop getting involved with people like that, with that certain type of person. And that's where healing comes in. You need to get to the root cause. You're probably like cheating on yourself, because you attract people like you, which means like you're not being the real you. You're not expressing the real you. When somebody cheats on you, they're looking for some type of pleasure in somebody else, love from somebody else, or I don't fucking know why. I don't understand why people cheat, and I don't want to understand because I don't want to be like that. But that's kind of what cheating on yourself. Instead of loving yourself, you're looking for love with somebody else, so you need to fix yourself. You need to get to the root cause of why you're attracting people like that. You can do better. You can do way better, and you can attract better. So it's time to do better, because that's why you hate these certain type of people, why you hate these cheaters, why women hate these cheaters. But that's them going back to cheaters, getting involved with cheaters. And that's where it gets to the point of them saying, I hate cheaters. And that's with anything. It gets to the point of hate when you have allowed yourself to go through that situation, to go through that type of people so many times that you're like, I hate it. And you're probably still going through that because you're still talking about it and still saying that you hate. Like, if you fucking hate it, then stop. If you disliked it once, you wouldn't have gone to the point saying, I hate this. I hate cheaters. I hate this thing about men. I hate this thing about women. It works the same. It's the same with these men saying, I hate this loyal woman. I hate these woes. Just them being all trifling and stuff like that. Like, if you don't like those type of women, you shouldn't hate those women either. But that's you. Where these men need some work. They need to work on themselves. It can't get to that point of hate. If you dislike this loyal woman, then stop fucking with that type of woman. Those aren't even women, bro. Those are little girls. And it's the same with the boys that are cheating. Cheaters are boys. That's not some real men shit. You're just fucking around with girls. Those are not real women. Because women are not disloyal. Women are loyal. It's these girls that are disloyal that you're fucking with. So it's time to start fucking with some grown-ass women. But then be prepared, hunty, because these grown-ass women know what the fuck they want. They're confident. And if you can't handle that, then that's on you. Like, you need to work on yourself of why you are attracting these certain type of people. If you're attracting disloyal people, that's because you're disloyal to yourself. You're not being loyal to yourself. You're not bringing out the real you and expressing the real you. You know, there's things that I dislike, and there's certain characteristics about people that I don't like. You know, like, of course, a lot people don't like liars. People don't like dishonest people. I really, really dislike liars. I dislike dishonest people because I've had a lot of people like that around my life. And I looked back when I was thinking about this, I looked back to my life and I reflected of how I would keep allowing those certain type of people into my life. That's why it got to the point where I said I hate these type of people. And I hate this because I just kept them being dishonest and I allowed them to keep lying to me. Even when I knew the truth and I just wouldn't say nothing about it because I'm like, oh, they have their reasons. No, I should speak up for myself. You should speak up for yourself. And I don't deserve those type of people because why do I even want those type of people inside my life? I can't trust them anymore. I wouldn't trust them anymore. And there was just certain things I would keep to myself and not tell them. But what's the point? If I can't trust somebody, I don't want them inside my life. I don't want them nowhere near me because they probably don't even fuck with me like that. Like, they're just being fake. They just want to take advantage of me and just want something from me and are using me for something because those are just negative people and I don't want nothing like that around me. I don't want nobody like that around me because that's just negativity. And I only want positivity around me. At that time when I had a lot of dishonest people inside my life, I don't blame them, you know, because I looked inwards and I just looked at how I wasn't honest with myself because I wasn't being the real me. I was trying to be somebody that was likable. I was trying to be somebody that would fit in, and I had to work on me first. And when I started working on me, I mean, I cut those people off. I cut people off. But when you really start working on you and just being focused on you and focused on growth, those people just kind of distance themselves. You know, you don't have to do much work. You don't have to do much of the cutting off. But those people just get out of your life. And it's fine. People grow. You gotta outgrow these people. I'm not going to stay behind for them. And if they don't want help, if they don't want to grow with me, that's on them. Then they could stay there. But it's time for growth. It's time to move on. And it's time to be loyal with yourself because you attract people like you. I want truthful people around me. I want loyal people around me. So if I want those type of people around me, if I want to attract that, I got to be that to myself. I have to be loyal with me, with others as well, but with you. It all starts with you. I have to be loyal with me. I have to be honest with myself. And I have to be true to me. I have to express the real me. I just got to be me. When you hate somebody, that's because you hate something about you. It's like jealousy. And you might not hate that person. You might not really hate what they're doing. But it's just the fact that they're doing something you hate because you're not doing nothing for your life. You see somebody else happy and just doing them confidently with no fear. And you hate that because you're not doing that. Because you, for some reason, you can't do that. Because you're not living free and living happy. You're just living in negativity. And you can change your life. You can grow. You see these people thriving and growing. Hating on others is not going to do anything. Just hate in general is not going to do anything for you. It's not going to change anything for you. You think sitting there hating on somebody else's life, what they're doing, is going to make them stop doing that? By when people are commenting hateful comments on somebody's post, you really think that's going to make them stop? I mean, some people get into the whole hate, and it kind of gets to them because it's mean. At the end of the day, we all have feelings, and you might make them feel some type of way for a little bit, and it just depends on how people take it. Like, for example, with me, I don't give a fuck what the fuck you tell me. I don't care if you leave a hateful comment under any of my posts or anything like that, if you say something hateful towards me, because you're fucking irrelevant. I just know that you're a hating person and you lack self love, you lack positivity, and you're just hating because you're in this negative space. And I honestly feel sorry for you. I know where they're coming from a little bit because I was in a very negative space before. I never hated on other people, but I did hate my life and I did hate myself. When you do hate yourself, there's just so much you can hate towards you in your life that then you start hating on other people. You really are you're just so miserable that you don't want to see anybody else happy, that you don't want to see nobody else thriving and doing better for themselves. You think they're doing better than you, but they're doing better for themselves. They're actually doing something for their life, something that you are not doing, and you hate that. But hating is not going to make them stop doing whatever they're doing. That doesn't stop them from being happy, and that's not going to make them be miserable like you. Fuck no. They're not going to care. They're probably not going to care. Some people do see a hateful comment, might feel some type of way about it for a little bit or whatever. It just depends on how everybody takes it, and then just move on with their life, because what's that comment have to do with them? Is that going to help them do better? No. So it's fucking irrelevant. It's irrelevant to me. The fuck? I don't care what you say. I look at the positivity and I just focus on positivity. Those hating people focus on negativity because they think, oh, this person's doing better than me. You don't know what they've been through. You don't know their life. Maybe they've been in that same position you're at, and that's why they're doing better for themselves. People always like to think like that. Oh, they're doing better than me, this and that. Because people like to compare themselves. People like to compare their life and just see life as that, as people doing better than you or this. But they're doing better for themselves. It's always a you versus you. It's never a you versus them. Nobody's doing anything better than somebody else. You should always be doing better for yourself, not for anybody else, because then that's trying to prove something to other people and people pleasing, looking for some type of approval, and that just won't make you happy because you're not doing better for you, doing what you really want to do. Hate is negativity, and if you're hating, you're just going to attract negativity and hateful people. You will attract hate towards you, because if you're just built with hate and just have hate inside of you, you're going to attract that. You're going to attract hateful people towards you. And you guys might hate towards other people together, might hate the same thing, but those people probably also hate you because those are negative people. You think they're going to like you? No, they're disloyal people. They're negative people. They're not going to be a good friend to you if that's what you fucking think they're going to be. No, they're going to be around you, yes, because you're attracting them, because you're full of hate. Hate attracts hate. If you're positive and loving, you attract positive and loving. Like, those are just people that hate themselves. You think they're going to like you? If they hate themselves, they're going to hate you. They don't love themselves. They don't know what true love is. They're not going to love you. And I know this, and I can speak about this because I was in a very negative and hateful point in my life where I did hate myself. And it just got to that point with myself because I just kept pushing the real me away. And I hated myself for that. I didn't like that about myself. There was stuff I was doing I didn't like that wasn't making me happy, but I was still doing them. I was more in like survival mode, where you're just doing things to survive instead of doing things that fill your purpose and doing things that really light up your soul and that truly make you happy. So I get that, and I know how that feels, and it's not a good feeling. And looking back at it now, I was just putting so much time and energy into hate. That was a waste of time and energy, because That's just building up the hate even more. And nothing good is coming out of that. Nothing good is coming out of hate. No growth, no nothing. It's not going to do anything for you. It doesn't benefit you. It's just going to hurt you even more. Just hating is not going to fix your life. It's not going to create this miracle and, improve your life. No, you have to stand the fuck up. You have to do something about it. You have to change that hate into love. You have to change that negativity into positivity. And you have to put in the work. You have to start with you. You have to start loving you and treating yourself right. Stop doing what you don't want to do, what doesn't bring you happiness. You want to do what makes you happy. You want to do things that are going to help you grow. And it might be uncomfortable things, new things to you, but you have to push yourself in order to get to the next level, in order to get to the next step. That's where the most learning comes from. And that's where growth happens. You're going to have to start getting comfortable with the uncomfortable because you're so comfortable in that hateful state. It's going to be a little bit weird for you. And it's a new feeling, but it's a great feeling because when you start loving yourself, dude, you feel immediate change. You see immediate change because it does start with you. It starts with how you feel about yourself, what you think about yourself, what you say to yourself. Stop hating. Stop saying you hate yourself. Start saying you love yourself. And stop all these hateful thoughts and the negative thoughts and saying that you hate yourself. That's why I say that hate is such a strong word, because I'm big on speaking into existence. And I don't like to say hate. I don't like to say the word hate because I don't want to attract any type of hate. People are going to hate regardless, but that doesn't bother me as long as I don't hate myself. That's what matters to me the most. I love myself and I will never go back to hating anything about myself, hating anything about my life. I appreciate everything. I am blessed. I'm thankful for everything that I have, for everything that I have been through. I don't hate my past, things that I've done, because it has really built me into the person that I am today. It has brought out the best in me. It has brought me closer to the best version of myself. It has brought me towards healing, towards wanting to do better, towards growth. And that's probably what's holding you back. Ask yourself, what's holding you back? Fear? Fear of something new? Fear of growth? Fear of being uncomfortable? You have to get out of that comfort zone in order to grow, in order to get to that new step. You probably fear of the next step, not knowing what to expect, but that's kind of what makes it interesting and fun. Not expecting anything, but just looking at everything with positivity and with love. Always looking at the bright side. There's always a bright side. No matter if something that you think is bad happens to you, it's happening to you for a reason. Everything happens to you for a reason. There's a lesson in everything, is what I believe. Those struggles, those little hiccups is what I like to call them, is like a transition. It's really what's going to help you grow, and there's something you need to learn from it. It's like a test. Are you going to pick at the negativity and look at the negative side, or are you going to look at the positive side? Because it's probably just a little hiccup for something even better. You just don't know, but you always want to remain positive and have that positive mindset. And do everything out of love. Do everything with love. Think everything with love. Feel everything with love. When you are positive, expect positivity. There might be that little hiccup, but there is positivity at the end. You don't want to go towards negativity and start thinking negative, because then you will attract negativity. And that's why you gotta stop hating and stop being negative. If you're a hating person right now, I just know you have nothing else going on in your life, nothing good. You're going to attract nothing good, and you're just in this miserable state, and you don't want to be there. I get where you're at. I don't know why you're there. You are worthy of more. You are capable of growth. You are capable of change. You can change. I changed, so you can change. And you can do it. You can change. You can fix your life. Nobody else is going to come and save you. Nobody else is going to put in the work for you. Nobody else wants it more than you. You're hating and hating, but start loving, go towards the other side, because hate, I get it, you hate that they're doing better, and you wish you can do better, and you want to do better. Take action. The next step is taking action. You might want it, you might think it, but you have to take action. You have to start doing better. You have to start thinking better, saying better. And you are capable of change. You are capable of love. It honestly starts with self-love. It starts with you. So I really hope that this helps you guys into loving yourself, into changing that negativity to positivity, changing that hate into love. I really appreciate you guys taking the time to tune into this episode. I really hope that this helps you guys and that it helps you change your life around. If you are in a hateful state right now, if you're in a very negative place, don't stress about it. Change it to positivity. You can immediately change. The switch is there, but you're going to have to put in the work in order to maintain that. I love you guys. Sending you guys nothing but positive vibes. As always, good vibes. And it's time to love yourselves, all right? Talk to you guys in the next episode. Peace, my peeps.